I'm 48 and I'm not afraid to die. Some of you may ask, what do you mean by that? Well, it's very simple. At my age, I realize what life is really about. And I find that a lot of people are trying to save their life. And I'm reminded of a passage of scripture of Jesus Christ, where it talks about they that try to save their life will lose it. And the reason why I'm not afraid to die is because we're already dying. Every day you wake up, you're dying. You're getting older, you struggle, you suffer. You go through a lot of different things that you would like to stop, you would like it to end, but it seems like it continues. And as you breathe, as you live, you watch the news and you hear about people dying, and then you realize it's not so bad after all, because you're still alive. You're still alive in a body, in a world where you're dying slowly. You see, a lot of people are trying to save their life. They believe that they're going to be here forever. We buy material things, fancy cars, fancy clothes, luxury homes. We try to keep up with the Joneses. We try to gather a lot of stuff. But then I'm reminded that none of that stuff I could take with me. You never seen a U-Haul truck behind a hearse. These are the type of things that I'm reminded of. As we live, as we breathe, we put locks on our doors to protect our belongings, to protect our material things. When you're dead, all those material things that you've been trying to protect, someone else is going to take. Or they're going to sell it. You might have family and friends fighting over your clothing. They might auction off your stuff. Or they might just take all that hard working money that you put in to all that material stuff and just throw it in the trash. I'm not afraid to die. Not being afraid to die is not a negative thing. It's actually a positive thing, because what it teaches me is how to live. It teaches me what's important. What's important is my time here. You see, we live in a body, we live in a world that's evil. At the same time this world is evil, it could be good. At the same time, there's a due date for you. This is why a lot of times when I look at the news and I hear about a shooting, someone dying, someone getting shot, I'm reminded of that young man put a gun to someone's head and took their life, not realizing that they themselves will have to die one day too. So what really was accomplished by taking a life when you have to die too? People that take other people's lives are typically people that believe they're never going to die, that they're going to be here forever, not realizing they're going to die too. And the way in which they're going to die is going to be a total result of things that they've done to other people. If you live by the gun, you will die by the gun. Jesus Christ made that very clear. They that take up the sword and live by that, you will die by the sword. Every day you inhale and exhale is another chance at life, even though you're in the process of dying. You could be at your most healthy state. It doesn't matter. You're still dying. See, a lot of you may not understand this, so I'll try to break it down another level. You're dying even though you're living. Every day you wake up is just another opportunity to get your life right, even though you're in the process of dying. We grow old because the body cannot stay here forever. Your spirit has to move on. But the Most High gave us time to figure things out. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, they have not figured it out. And they end up dying in their sins, dying without making things right. Don't make that happen to you. You see, I understand life. I understand the struggles. I understand the pain. I understand all the things that we go through. And it brought me to the point where I'm not afraid of death. It's just another process in life. It's just another door to go through. And many people are afraid to go through that door because it's the unknown. They don't know what's on the other side of that door. That's why when people are put in a position where their life is on the line, they beg for mercy. Please don't kill me, because they don't know what's behind that door. And most of the time, it's because they're afraid of death. Anybody that is afraid of death, I believe, is the worst thing you can actually do, because you weren't afraid to be born. So why would you be afraid to die? It's a part of life. It's another process. And I believe that the Most High want us to understand life to the point where you're not afraid. You're not looking forward to dying. The point is that you're just not afraid. I'm not concerned with death, because I understand that while I'm living, I'm still dying to the flesh. I'm still dying to my ego, dying to my pride. The body is dying no matter how much I try to take care of it. No matter how much you take care of your car is breaking down. No matter how much you try to maintain something. I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying don't take care of your vehicles, your health. I'm not saying don't work out. All of those things are necessary. What I'm saying is, no matter what you do, it's going to break down. If you leave a car sitting in a garage for 20 years, that car is going to break down just by sitting there. The more it sits, the more it falls apart. Same thing with our life. You could be living, not using your life for anything productive. You don't go nowhere. You don't talk to nobody. You're not doing nothing fun. And even though you're living, you're literally dying, breaking down, deteriorating right before your very eyes. Just like that car in the garage. And this is why it's important to actually live your life. Enjoy your time here. Have fun. Smile. But don't be afraid of death. It's just another process. You see, when my mother passed on, I realized how serious death was, because I would have never thought that her death would come that early. I would have never thought that. She died in her mid-60s. Very, very early. And I wish she was here right now. I'm pretty sure a lot of you that may have lost a loved one, a mom, a father, a sister, a brother, a close relative, a friend. I'm pretty sure that when their death came by as a surprise. And it did something to you. It made you realize how short life is. It made you realize the memories. You know, I have a lot of hard drives that I backed up data over the years. And sometimes when you go into these old hard drives, you see your life when you were younger. And you're like, wow, that's a photo of me. I remember that day. Man, that's crazy, man. Look how I literally grew. Look at how I transformed from what I was back then to what I am now. I'm pretty sure a lot of you wouldn't want to go back in that day because you like who you are now. But it's those memories that keep you grounded. The discovery of looking through an old hard drive, finding old photos, old audio messages, and just kind of remind you of your journey. We're all on the same road. A road of discovery, a road of inner healing. And one of the things that I believe that we must heal from is the fear of death. The fear of death, I believe, is what's causing a lot of people not to live their life, because they fear everything that's negative. They fear being homeless. They fear losing a job. They fear dying. They fear growing old. They fear getting sick. I mean, you should not fear none of these things. You should be at peace and accept life for what it is. We're not talking about accept negativity, because death is not a negative thing. It's really not. We've been taught to believe that it's a negative thing, but it's not. You have to die. You have to. You can't stay here forever. It don't work like that. And I know a lot of you wish that you could just live forever. But I don't know if you ever seen The Twilight Zone. There have been a few episodes where you had men that wanted to live forever. And they were miserable because they were given the option of living forever to avoid death. And these men lived throughout various historical times, wars, everything. And they grew tired of living, tired of going through the day-to-day struggle, and they just wanted it all to end. They wanted to see what was on the other side. And see, as much as we fight to save our lives, to live in this world, I'm beginning to believe that this world is hell. And a lot of us are literally trying to fight to remain in hell. Whereas death opens the door to heaven. But we so want to keep a grip on this reality. And I'm not saying to go unalive yourself. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is people are literally fighting to live in a world that is full of evil and full of misery. Yeah, we may have our own peace. We may develop our own way of life that is comfortable for us. But the world is evil. There's nothing really good about this society. It's a very sick place with a lot of sick people. I don't think it's the type of world you would like to live in forever. Because crime is going to continue to go up. There will continue to be evil men and evil women that will do very, very wicked, ungodly things to others. Who wants to be in a world like that? I'm pretty sure there is a world where there is nothing but peace, love, safety, security, nobody crying, nobody worried about bills, nobody trying to get by, working 2-3 jobs, trying to maintain. That's not what I call living a life. That's what I call suffering. And a lot of us are suffering in this world. A lot of us are really dealing with a lot of issues. And I think that when you die to self, you're able to live. And that's what I'm hoping that you get out of these messages. When you're no longer afraid to die, that is when you can begin to live. Because you're not afraid anymore. You're not afraid of uncertainty. You're not afraid of what tomorrow may bring. You're more concerned with today and how I can do what I need to do today. How can I provide today? I'm not going to take no thought for tomorrow. Let tomorrow have its own issues. I'm going to focus on what I could do today. At the same time, you have a lot of people that are worrying about dying. You have some people that are afraid of getting old. You have some women that are very highly attractive, beautiful, gorgeous women. And they're afraid of getting older because they know their beauty is going to fade. They're going to gain weight. You got some women that are afraid to have babies because they think the baby is going to change the way their body looks. So they avoid family. They avoid relationships. There's so many different problems in today's day, guys, that people are afraid of. And all of that is around the subject of death. Afraid of getting old. That means you fear death. Afraid of having children because you feel you're not going to be able to provide for them. That means you're afraid of death. Some people are afraid to be alone. Just being alone is a fear. And they're dying inside, frustrated. And it's just something they just don't want to endure. So they try their best to be around a lot of people, a lot of friends, and then these friends end up betraying them. And now they're confused because they don't want to be alone, but at the same time, the friends that they have around them is betraying them. So it puts them in a situation where it's like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I say let go. Just let go. Because it's a cycle and it's designed to teach you something. Stop being afraid of death and learn how to live. Because the sooner you're able to overcome the fear of death is when you will begin to live your life. If you understand this video, if you are able to comprehend this message, give the video a like, post a comment, let me know what you think. If you like these kind of videos, let me know, and I'll do more. That being said, guys, y'all have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.